Whether you realize it or not, the music you love is changing eccentrically, and the change moves beyond a million MySpace spins, beyond the crank that dance, but not beyond your iPod. According to some who've worked in the industry to witness the evolution, it's for the worse. Rolling Stone magazine recently wrote an article on the transition. Songs are no longer recorded in the studio at normal levels. Instead, record labels want hard and soft, no medium, in order to catch your ear. This leads to overmodulation. Alright, so then we hear one of your favorite tracks on an aforementioned medium, such as MySpace or an iPod. More compression occurs, accentuating the extremes. Same thing goes for if you listen to a song on the radio. Some people are actually claiming now, believe it or not, that forget the content of the music, the actual audio quality is deteriorating before your very ears.
I think most don't care. I mean, you can totally notice. You can do an experiment yourself. You can go and put a playlist on your iPod, put a song from every decade, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000, and you'll gradually have to turn down your radio as it progresses because it gets louder and louder and louder. And I hate to say it, but like in recording school, they put you through a test where they play an MP3 and like a wave, a CD back to back. But they do it a couple times and like have the class vote which one is which. And like 9 times out of 10, you can't tell the difference. You just can't. It's really, really hard. You have to have highly trained ears.
I think people aren't as enamored of you know, great sounding records these days. I think what constitutes a great sounding record now, because there's so many records being made, has sort of changed. And yeah, I mean, I love listening to old vinyl and even CDs and you know, higher quality downloads even. You know, there's certain things that I have on my iPod that just don't sound that great for the same reasons.
I don't know if people notice, man. I think it depends on if you're 16 years old and all you do is listen to your radio and listen to your iPod, what are you judging it against? You probably didn't listen to the Cowboy Junkies Trinity Sessions, which is like one microphone in the middle of the room. You probably didn't listen to Elvis's original recordings, and if you did, they were probably remastered 7 times. Fundamentally, I don't think it makes any difference if it's over-compressed or over-modulated or not. The key is whether or not it's a compelling song. The compression for distribution will fade over time because it's going to be superfluous. You're going to have fat enough pipes to carry whatever size file you need to carry, and devices that can carry any size file that you need to carry. But in the studios, I have a hunch that the sort of like, oh, it needs to be really loud and everything needs to be really in your face is probably not going anywhere, at least as far as the mainstream is concerned.
All right, but here's the thing in all of this. Can you actually hear the difference between this and this? We're going to hit the streets of Manhattan to find out.
I think it's good music quality. I can't tell the difference between a CD and an iPod other than the size of it.
Not really, just depending on where I download them from.
Oh, I don't think the quality really messes up a song. It's just a different type to me, a different way of hearing it to me. You know, I just don't have a necessarily, that's bad, but when I want to listen to some vinyl, I'll crack out the records and listen to it and get that same yummy quality, that warm feeling.
Well, independent musicians certainly don't think that this will be too detrimental to their art, nor do they think it's anything permanent, over-modulation and over-compression. And as for you, well, you love your iPod, you don't want to give it up because you want to hear all of your favorite songs, because in the end, well, that's what it's about, right? Good songs. For Metro Box TV, I'm Ralphie Aversa.